except it's not funny. Wow, your words are strong.
Well, Kira, this is a senseless policy. Why don't they just have everybody wear a red sock on their left foot or baseball caps backwards? That will have the same effect on the security. Note that the countries that don't appear on this, you don't have Egypt. The number 2 guy in Al-Qaeda, Zawahiri, is still out there. You don't have Mali. You don't have Niger. The fact of the matter is, let's recall that when the 9/11 hijacking took place, those hijackers, some of them started from Europe, some of them started from small airports up in New England. And at that time, we had different levels of security predicated on the notion that we could anticipate what the threat is. We know now that that's not the case. The only defense is to have effective security procedures that it doesn't matter where you fly from, it doesn't matter what country you're from, it doesn't matter, you know, any part about your personal identity. What matters is that you have a security procedure in place that will prevent an explosive or weapon from being placed on board an aircraft.
So bottom line, Larry, are we just not getting the security thing right, or is Al-Qaeda, members of Al-Qaeda, so smart enough that they continue to figure out where our gaps are and they hit them?
I never sit around and worry about the intelligence of the bad guys. I always assume the worst. Assume the bad guys are smart and they will do things right, even if they don't. What we do know, though, is an effective layered security procedure, which involves technology, which involves profiling. And I'm not talking about saying whether or not somebody's an Arab or a Muslim and you identify them, but profiles that identify habits of travel and other things that provide indicators about somebody. When you put the technology, the profiling, and some other security measures together, then you have an approach. What this is doing is already identifying for the bad guys, here are the 14 countries that you have to worry about. So as long as you're not one of those countries, you can do a workaround. And we've already seen Al-Qaeda do that. And in fact, we know that there are Al-Qaeda members from Uzbekistan, from Georgia, from Mali, from Niger, from Egypt. So enough with this silliness that somehow we're going to anticipate the intelligence in advance and get it. That's setting an expectation that's way too high.
So let me ask you this. Do we have the right people in charge of our security when it comes to flying? Is the TSA the right organization with the right people? Or should the TSA just be done away with and some different type of intelligence group take over our security when it comes to flying?
This is not a problem of switching agencies. This is a problem of leadership at the top. Right now, the people that are running TSA are doing a disservice to the traveling public, and they're putting them at risk.
We don't even have a head of the TSA, Larry.
Yeah, well, that's, you know, there's an acting head. And there was a head of the TSA during the entire Bush administration when this was allowed to continue. I mean, this didn't just start under Barack Obama. I mean, this has been going on for the last 12 months here, but it was going on for the previous 7 years under the Bush administration. It was not fixed after 9/11. They fixed some of it. They did start requiring checked baggage to be screened for explosives. That's good. They did put security professionals in charge at the security screening checkpoints. That's good. But they left some other gaps, particularly the issue of detecting explosives on board a person or in carry-on luggage.
Larry Johnson, appreciate your insight. And just want to let you all know, too, we did reach out to the TSA and did not get a comment for this interview. Larry, thanks.